Mystery Street is a really unusual film noir in that the central character is really a detective trying to find who committed a crime. And in fact, as you'll see from the very beginning, the police don't even know who is the victim. So you have a built-up CSI-like story of a detective trying to find who did it, and then is that the right person?
Mystery Street is a simple murder mystery. It's done up as a film noir, and it has a lot of what was characteristic of noir at that time.
I think you would be really surprised when you see the film because we think of forensic science as being something that's really in the 80s and 90s.
Now, those are from your case. Human hairs under low magnification.
But this is a very intricate criminologist approach to how do you find evidence. And you'll see that the scientist is actually doing some of the very things we see now, in that he's taking the evidence and looking at it medically, forensically, in addition to the old standard gumshoe sort of ways that we're used to in a lot of the film noirs.
Professors work with their heads, cops work with their feet.
This was relatively early in John Sturgis's career. He was not quite yet the John Sturgis of Bad Day at Black Rock, which is probably the movie people think most highly of him for directing. Sidney Bonham fascinates me. He wrote some of the most enjoyable genre movies of the 1950s and onward. Probably most famously, The Big Heat, which is on everybody's top 10 list of film noirs. Maybe the most striking element, and this film is the photographic element. It's really a gorgeous looking movie. John Alton is very often by the film noir experts regarded as a crucial figure in the creation of the look of film noir. And that repute stems very largely from 3 collaborations with Anthony Mann.
I think sometimes darkness is more beautiful than light. Darkness in life, everybody goes through it. The good and the bad happens at night. The murders and the marriages and the love scenes, all at night.
After the war, when the travel restrictions had ended, you see more and more films going on locations. They went to New Orleans and New York a lot, San Francisco, of course. I think this may be the first film to be shot entirely in Boston.
They're in the Harvard Yard, and they're there on the streets of Boston, so that's kind of a unique aspect of the film.
Thank you. Yeah. I thought I was the stranger around here.
Ricardo Montalban, who of course is Hispanic, very often didn't necessarily play an Hispanic character, but he's Detective Morales in this. It's really interesting because it shows a Hispanic character who could play the lead and could be a lieutenant, a detective.
Montalban is occasionally subjected to prejudice. If you were a Hispanic guy being a detective in Boston in the late 1940s, it would surely be an issue that would come up in his life.
Yes.
Good afternoon. I'm looking for a lady.
Yes, indeed.
By the name
Elsa
of
Lanchester was great in this, and in fact she steals the film in many ways because the other characters are either more scientific or most of them are not big characters, but every second that she's on, you're riveted on her.
Jackie! Yeah, Mrs. S? Better come down. It's a gentleman caller named Dick.
She's married to Charles Lawton. She has her little corner of fame as the bride of Frankenstein, which she's wonderful. She always is.
Is your husband here?
Not exactly.
I hope people also appreciate the fact that you're seeing a really well-plotted mystery, and you're seeing a very early example of the scientific study of criminology.
It's a very entertaining movie. And I think it's worth saying, this along with a number of other noirs, I think are among the better movies that MGM made in the post-war years.
Killing you means nothing.